This is the next fusion in Raid Shadow Legends. Judging by his character design, he looks like a poisoner. He is going to be a support champion. He is from the Orgyn Trials faction, and in this video I want to take a first look, a first impression about this champion's skills and see whether it's going to be worth going for as the fusion for the month of December, and then see whether you might also want to go for it based on what he brings to Raid or to your teams. Alright, let's get right into it. This is coming in 5 days time, so as you're seeing this news, this fusion is launching on the 25th of November, so they're not waiting till the new month to even start this one up. And this champion is going to be from the Orgyn Trials, like I said, support legendary champion, and his name is Stokk the Broken. That's his name. So let's just jump into his skill to see whether this is a fusion that will skip or go for. This is not an old school fusion, it's a fragment fusion. You know, one of those ones that you can get by saving or by getting fragments of the champion, bits and pieces, until you finally pick him up, like this fragment fusion. So this is how it will be, where you have five fragments from arena, 5 fragments from here, and finally you get up to 100 fragments, and you can either summon him or get him. So already I can tell I'll be going for this one, but I've not even seen his skills. I just want to, you know, jump on here and see whether we can all decide together whether it's a trash champion or what going for. Old school fusions are more difficult, but fragment fusions are easier, so we're hoping this one will be easier. Let's see this champion if it's going to be worth it. His A1 is called Doom Flakes. It's a A1 that attacks 2 times, and each hit has a 25% chance of increasing the duration of all poison and HP burn debuffs by 1 turn. Or it's not a 50% chance, it's not a 75% chance. I almost got excited. Then I looked again at the 25% chance of increasing duration of HP burn and poisons. Now I know one legendary champion in Raid who already does this amazing job of increasing duration of all debuffs, right? Vizier is his name, right? Let me just compare that skill, because as new champions come around in Raid, we want to always make them better than the previous ones that are around. Well, not all champions should be better than the others, but I just want to compare the A1 of that skill with this one. That's a useful A1, don't get me wrong, but this is a A1 that hits 3 times. Each hit has a 35% chance of increasing duration of all debuffs. It doesn't just say poisons, or he does it for all debuffs. So compared to this one and compared to this other one, it will happen more often here. 35% chance plus 10, 45 plus 5, that is 50% chance of increasing duration of all debuffs. So this is a very old champion, by the way. Vizier Velis, very old champion. So this one coming into Raid right now and bringing this same type of mechanic. Let's see, is it good? So it's the same, basically the same. 50% chance of increasing duration of the debuff on the enemy, but he does it worse. So I'm just trying to understand this champion, where it's coming from. Poison and HP burn only, he doesn't increase duration of other debuffs the enemy. So for this skill, for this particular A1, Vizier still wins, or other legendaries who do similar thing might still be better than this one that does only for poisons and HP burn. I know there are also champions in Raid that do only poisons, that do only increase duration of HP burns also. I think Pronam increase duration, or attack. Some of them do activate it, some of them increase their duration and all that. Ninja. Alright, let's see on his A2, Volatile Mixture is a skill that attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit instantly activates all poison and HP burn debuffs on all enemies. That's good. So he's not just activating HP burn like normally we see on most HP burn champions. He is also going to be activating poisons. Instantly activating all poisons. Xavier, Elanara, those are the 2 best champions for this poison activation. There might be others who do it, but now he also activates HP burns. Wow. And all continuous heal buffs on all allies. So it doesn't just do it for the enemies, he also activates continuous heal for us. So he's really a support champion. He's not just here doing poison from HP burn and doing damage from poison and HP burn. He's also helping us activate our own continuous heal that we have on us. I'm hoping he places this poison, I'm hoping he places this HP burn, I'm hoping he also places continuous heal for our allies. Let's give it though. The second hit has a 75% chance of destroying each targets max HP by 3% for each poison and HP burn debuff activated on them by this skill. Stacks up to a 60%. Destroy enemy max HP is not quite popular in raid, but there might be new content that will require this destroy max HP. The Scarab King is still the best one that we always take advantage of destroy max HP, and we got champions who don't even need it in the artifacts of destroy sets that can use it on their skill like this. So there are niche uses for this destroy max HP, and here it comes with the skill. So then fills the stomach of all allies by 20%. So that's gonna be, why is there a buff chance on this one? 10%, 15%. The first hit instantly activates. Okay, the buff chance is for the second hit that destroy max HP is a 75% chance if not book it, but when you book it, it's gonna be 100% chance of destroying the enemy's max HP by 3% for each poison and HP burn debuff. All right, that's the part that needs the chance to be 100% when you spend books on it. This skill is on a 3-turn cooldown, as you expect it to be on a legendary. I thought when I saw 5 right there, I was worried for a second that they were going to make it a 4-turn cooldown skill, but no, it's a 3-turn cooldown skill like all the other champions who destroy who do poison activation. So I've still not seen whether it places HP burn and poison yet, but so far I like what I see: poison, HP burn, and continuous heal activations. That's amazing. He takes the role of both a damage dealer and also a support champion. I'm hoping he places all those debuffs and buffs. Let's see on the A3 Venger Fire Flood. I don't know how to say that. Attacks all enemies, has a 80% chance to place 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. So AoE poisons 2. The big poisons, not the small ones. 2 poisons AoE. If any targets are under a HP burn debuff, places 3 poisons and a weaken on them for 2 turns instead. To poison and weaken if they are under HP burn already. Who places the HP burn? Where is the HP burn supposed to come from? So let's just assume this champion comes with 2 poisons on a normal basis, except you have some other champion placing HP burn first. Let's see if his passive places HP burn. So far so good. The main skill I think is that A2 that activates the poison and HP burn. I don't think, although if he's the only champion you have in your team doing poisons, you might want to start the battle with the A3 first to place the HP burn, to place the poisons first, I guess. So weaken is also nice. Champions who have weaken take more damage from poisons or HP burn. Which one? I forget. Also places 15% continuous heal buff on all allies. That's the one I was looking for. 2, not 1. He places 2. Then his next skill activates the continuous heal. Alright, that's nice. That's nice. So it's gonna be 100% chance of landing 2 poisons. His affinity is spirit, so you might expect this not to work against magic affinity champion. It will work great against force or void or other spirit, right? Then for his passive, rigged to blow. Let me move myself out of the way so you can see it too. This one, the damage inflicted by poison and HP burn debuffs will ignore block damage and unkillable. There are lots of bosses who put block damage and unkillable on themselves. Well, block damage, yes. Not a lot of bosses put unkillable on themselves. Are they trying to make this champion be useful in arena? Because poison has never had its way in arena, neither has HP burn. But if you can have a bunch of poison and HP burn on the enemy team, good luck, because everybody is stone skin these days and big cleansers and high resistance. So this really has no place in arena, but it looks like it could work if you have a niche team that could make that happen. Like a Cavalax. Is it Cavalax that always places HP burn at the beginning of the turn? Then this one goes into for the nukes. So that's nice to know. Whenever allies attack enemies with destroy max HP, increases the damage dealt by 10%. Whenever ally attacks enemies with destroy max HP. So it doesn't matter how much destroy max HP the enemy already has. Even if it's small one, then whenever everybody goes for the damage, their damage is increased by 10%. That's good. That's good. There might be coming some other bosses, I guess, that needs more destroy max HP for us to get through them. Is that what they're saying? But definitely this is very niche. But it will help those long battles with champions, with enemies who have destroy max HP. It makes it a lot faster now, I think. If there are multiple champions on the same team, or only one will activate, of course. It has an increase in all battles aura 20%, which is not the normal 19% we're used to. So it's going up to a 20%, which is nice. So far, I'm impressed by this champion. I can't believe this is actually a Fragment fusion. It just seemed like a normal poisoner, but he comes with other things that can make the team more exciting, like a weaken. He doesn't place the HP bond. Take note, he doesn't place the HP bond. If you want him to take advantage of these 3 poisons, to be placing 3 poisons instead, you have to bring in somebody else to place HP bond there before he goes in for the turn. So if any targets are under a HP bond debuff, places 5% poisons and a weaken. That part is what makes him useful. All of a sudden makes him good, because if it's just a poison explosion, we already have Xavier. But if it's just the HP bond explosion, we already have attack. There are champions for everything in raid, but now he does the 2: poison explosion and HP bond activation. We call it explosion, but it's actually poison activation. Anyways, yeah, because all the enemies just go boom when he takes a turn, and like Xavier does. Yeah, so if you do not have a Seer team to nuke through waves, this is a neat way to get through them easily with poisons and exploding the enemies. So for the destroy max HP part, I guess we'll have to see which bosses we can use it against besides Kara. Alright, let me read what Raid says about him. In case I got anything wrong, I like to read it direct from the horse's mouth. They say Stokk the Broken is a poison master with a bag full of mischievous tricks. His expertise lies in PvE content, bosses, wave, battles, you name it. And while PvP isn't his primary stage, he occasionally shines in your arena team too. So that means that part of his passive that has that block damage and unkillable if the enemies are under HP bond and poisons, well, ignore those 2 buffs. That part of the skill might be the only thing that makes somebody want to use him in arena. Alright. His A3 is a single target 2-hitter with a chance to increase the duration of all poisons and HP bond debuffs by 1 turn. Does it hit 2 times? Each hit. I have to state that this is each hit. So that's 2 times that the poison or the HP bond will have their duration increase. I'm still comparing with Xavier that has each hit. Xavier also has, Vizier that also have 3 hits. His zone is 3 hits. So Vizier is a better one for that A1. But he is a better A2 than Xavier for poison explosion. Elanara might still be better than both of them. It depends on his multiplier for those activation and all that. Stokk's A2 is really dirty. It's an AoE attack where 1 hit instantly activates all HP bond and poisons debuff on all enemies, and the second hit has a chance of destroying enemies HP depending on the number of previously activated debuffs. In addition to that, the skill will also trigger continuous heal. That skill is just a little icing on the cake they decided to add to him to make him more of a support champion than just a pure damage dealer. But he's still looking like more of a damage dealer than a support. That's the way I see it. I guess maybe poison explosion champions are seen as support champions. No. Just the part of his skill that activates continuous heal makes him a support champion. I don't know if that's misleading in a way, but poison champions are usually high attack builds and not really crit damage required, but high accuracy is gonna make their crit damage go down. Right, so they just basically said the same thing about his skills, nothing really special. The only unique part they said about is him so being a PvE champion and occasionally making his way into the arena. That's the only thing they said that is different, I guess, or that is the same thing like what I said. So will you be going for Stokk the Broken? That's the question. 25th of November, that's when this fusion is starting. That is in 5 days from now. And yeah, I will be going for it because I go for every fusion. Even if I'm not going to claim it or use the champion immediately, I do have the resources to chase after all of them and catch them all like Pokemon. That's the game I'm playing with. Where I just leave them right here and save them till one day when I need them for the champion chase, or when there's new content where they are the only reason that I can get through them. So yeah, a new shiny thing to add to the roster. Welcome, Stokk. I love to hear your opinion about this champion. This is just a first impression. When we see him in game, we can now decide whether, you know, he's good or not in what teams are going to use him. But from now, just looking at his skills, you can decide whether your resources should be spent on this fusion or not. So I love to hear from you whether you think he's worth going for in the month of December. I think this is a December fusion. All right, guys, like, subscribe for more daily raid content. Later, guys.